Hello, my crafty friends. Welcome. Well, are you ready to see one of the cutest cutting dies ever? In this video, I'm going to be creating some cards with the Spellbinders October Small Die of the Month Club. I also have the clear stamp of the month, and I'm going to show you the large die of the month. However, today we'll be focusing on the small die as well as the clear stamp. The stamp is called Sending You, and there is a new club option where you can buy the stamp and the die together. But if you just want the stamp set, you can buy that as well, just separate. But this one is really fun because it's a layering sentiment set. And it cuts out the three of the largest sentiments, sending, you, and for. They're really beautiful fonts on these. I love the one that says, sending you a little pickup. That's the one I'm going to be using on my first card. But there are a lot of fabulous sentiments in this set. And I'm sorry to say that the coordinating die to this stamp set has already sold out, but you can still get the stamp set. So let's move on to the small die of the month. This one is called Holiday Haul, and you can create cards for all seasons with this set. I'm going to be focusing on a fall time card as well as a Christmas card. But again, it'll be perfect for any time of year. But it cuts out the cutest little pickup truck and has a lot of layering dies to go with it. And then the large die of the month I'm going to be using in a separate video because this one is awesome as well. It's called Santa's Fireplace. With this set, you can create a really adorable fireplace scene. It also is interactive. You can make the Santa legs wobble back and forth. And then, of course, it has gorgeous layering dies to it, so you can make quite a detailed scene. And it comes with 6 sentiments that you can die cut. The sentiments say, give thanks, a gift for you, Noel, warm wishes, dear Santa, and Merry Christmas. So a lot of options there. You can cut out these sentiments using this hearth piece here. And then you can put logs in the fire and decorate the mantle. There's even candlesticks and Christmas stockings. So let's put this set away and get into our first card. I do all of my die cutting at once, and I do it off camera to save time. But I'm going to be creating a fall time card, as I mentioned. So here are all of my pieces. I like to keep them in my little trays. I cut out the trucks in many colors because I'm going to be creating a lot of cards off camera, but for this video I'm going to be creating a little blue pickup truck. I put a pad of white paper down so that I don't get glue all over my work mat. So let's put this truck together. The 2 fenders I also cut out with white cardstock so that I could layer it and add some dimension. So I'll just use liquid glue on all of these pieces. This is the Barely Art glue from Spellbinders. It has a very fine point nozzle so you can get into these really teeny tiny pieces. So let's glue the fenders on. And the truck has embossing on it, so you know where to put all of these pieces. It kind of guides you as to where to put them. I love that it has little details and etchings on them. Next, we're going to put the wheels on. And I'm using cardstock from Spellbinders. This is from their Cardstock Essential collection. It's a really nice heavyweight cardstock. I love this stuff. Let's put the hubcaps on. There's 3 pieces to these wheels. And of course, you can make this as simple as you like or as detailed as you like. I pretty much go all out with my designs just so I can show you how to put these together. And I love all of the little details. Now the silver hubcaps. And then it even has a fender, a front fender and a back fender. And I cut it out with some silver specialty cardstock. So I'll glue on the door handle, as well as the side mirror. And It even has little lights, the front light and the back tail light. I cut these out with some beeswax cardstock. It really helps if you have some sort of wax stick or pickup tool. Pick up all of these small pieces. And now for this fence on the back of the truck. And I'm just going to use the truck piece to attach them. I'll pick up the truck die and just attach them that way. So the two shorter ones go vertical. And then I cut out two of the long ones that go horizontal. But of course, you can skip this part, but I've seen a lot of cards where they don't add this little fence. But I really like the look of it, so I included that. Okay, so here is the truck all done. Isn't that just adorable? I do go in with some salvage patina off camera to add a little bit of shading. So now let's look at some of the other dies from this set. You get a Christmas tree die, and I cut out two. I'm using Rustic Wilderness to add some shading. You also get a present, and I'm adding some festive berries on this. This adds a lot of interest and a little bit of dimension to the pieces. I'll glue on the top of the box. That has the cutest bow, and I cut these out with more of the silver cardstock or silver mirror cardstock. These do take a bit to dry because I'm gluing silver on silver. There's a lot of layers to it. But the ribbon that goes down the present has a cute heart on top. And they're just so detailed and fun. So let's put the little heart ribbon on. I'm going to set this one aside to dry for a while. For the pumpkins, I'm just using some candied apple to add some shading. These even come with the stem pieces and a vine. These are some teeny tiny pieces. I'll glue the stem on first and then the vine. And you can situate the vine any way you'd like. I'm going to have it just coming down from the stem. But there's so many fun things that you can put in the back of the truck that don't come in the kit. I want to make a Valentine's Day card with hearts in the back. So the set I just showed you is the large die of the month from July. And that's what I used to cut out these two panels. I'm going to use some squeezed lemonade Distress Oxide ink to add some color on this piece of white cardstock. And then I can adhere this down onto the pumpkin bread cardstock. I don't know if they still have this cardstock in the shop, but if they do, I will link to it. I used another die set. This one is called the Welcome Fall. This is designed by Nicole Spohr, and it has the cutest leaves in it. So I cut out a bunch of leaves. And I'm going to put the pumpkin in the back of this truck, and then just have the leaves flying out of the back. Nothing's glued down yet. I just wanted to get my placement first before I attached these. But they're all going to go down with some liquid glue. And then I put glue behind the fence, and I forgot that I'm going to be tucking things behind that, so I want to wipe it off really good so there's no stick at all on it. And then I can put my truck down first. And again, there's already dimension from the fenders, but you could pop it up with some foam. And now I can start tucking the pumpkin and the leaves in the back of the pickup. Again, with more of the liquid glue. The sentiments from the Clear Stamp of the Month set are just fabulous. I'm going to read you a few. So there's hugs and kisses, warm holiday wishes, a big congrats, a million thanks, a truckload of happiness. I love that one. Birthday wishes, happy thoughts, Christmas cheer, a little treat, a little pickup, which is what I'm going to use on this card. Lots of love, miles of smiles, a big thank you, heartfelt thoughts, a big hole, and it just goes on. So I used some glitter over the leaves, and now I'm going to stamp out my sentiment. This says sending, and then it cuts around the sentiment very closely. It just looks so pretty once it's cut out. I use a little bit of low-tack tape to hold this down while I run it through my die cutting machine so it doesn't shift. And here it is all cut out. This is just going to go kind of up at the top. Then I wanted to stamp out the sentiment that says a little pickup at the bottom. I popped it in my MISTI just so I wouldn't misstamp this, and I did stamp it a few times. I'm going to glue down the sentiment that says sending with liquid glue. I'll add a few teal gems on this panel. And then I did create another card, and I'll show that in the pictures at the end of this video. But as I said before, I'm going to be creating a lot of cards with this set. Here is a peek at the inside. I'll have all of the links below if you're interested in checking these out. Thanks so much for spending some of your time with me today, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful crafty day. Bye.